Hey guys, this is Luthais and welcome back. Today I'm bringing you guys a in-depth guide on the hazmat suit. And yes, just starting with a quick clip where I was inches away from the Reaver, fully decked out. And yes, unfortunately the gun dropped below the body. So I couldn't get the text in my face, and of course took too long to loot. So yes, tip for the day, guys: don't loot too long. And if you are scared of anything, use the smoke grenades, or just clear the area around you before you get tunnel visioned into that Reaver or that dictator or whatever is lying on the ground. Okay, so here we go. Basically, I promised you guys I would do a test, with a full hazmat suit, and that basically includes the mask, the gas tank, gas canister on your back, and of course the suit itself. And personally, I haven't used all three pieces in the radiation zone because of discovering that I could loot everything in the first radiation zone with basically the anti-rads and the potassium, which is a really great combination for me. But yes, I was still very curious. Now, the main reason I haven't done this test before is, first of all, you can't carry the gas canister in your inventory. Okay, it has to replace your backpack or your duffel bag. Okay, so it has to replace the item that is basically carrying most of your ammunition and most of your inventory, which was really an issue for me. And of course the weight also plays a role, because the suit you can carry in your inventory, but that's about 5 kgs. So if you take the suit that you have to swap with maybe your Kevlar vest, then you're sitting with a combined weight of about 11 kgs there. And then when you start playing around with the M40, and other heavy weapons, then you're going to sit with a serious weight issue. So yes, that was my biggest issue at the end of the day, and it's still quite an issue for me. But what this test really did for me is solve my problem that I had with the new radiation zone in the northwest, which the potassium and the anti-rads didn't enable me to loot everything, because the area in the north is way bigger and the areas that you have to loot is much further apart. And of course there's a lot of open areas there for somebody to kill you, especially because the bunker and the hospital and a bunch of hot zones is close to you. So yeah, getting too much radiation there is really gonna punish you, because your vision won't be clear and you might get into a PvP situation, so the risks are quite high. And of course the frustration of not being able to get to all the places and then having to heal up or get rid of the radiation and come back. So it's really a big time waster. So the main purpose for me with this test was not to get an easier option with the radiation zone that's basically in the south. My main focus for this test was to get a solution to the radiation zone in the north. I wanted an option for me to stay calm and have more time to loot everything at my own pace, and then of course be ready for a PvP situation as well, because the chances of you running to action in this radiation zone isn't that high. My encounters with other people in this zone is very, very little, maybe 5% of the time. But with the 3 or 4 times I've looted the radiation zone in the north, I think 2 out of the 4 times I ran into other players. And getting into a PvP situation with high radiation is really a problem. Of course, the other guy's sitting with the same situation, or he's basically just camping, waiting for you on the edge of the radiation zone. So yes, you don't want to be in a disadvantage there, and of course that's the whole point of the video, to see if we can find a solution on that. And to my surprise, guys, like I told you, I've never done this test. I wanted to use the potassium and the anti-rads, but unfortunately, or fantastically, the potassium didn't need any anti-rads, which immediately clicked for me that if you have all three pieces, then the potassium pushes your radiation resistance to 100%. And I can't tell you guys how great it feels having a hazmat suit on and having 100% protection. Even in the small zone that I'm testing it in, it really felt totally different and almost worth it for me to try and make a plan so that maybe a friend of mine can, build a small hidden base in the radiation areas, and that we can, use the hazmat suits when we want. But yes, the fantastic thing about this, you can take your time, and if you miss any weapons, you can come back. And when it comes to time management, this is perfect, because you don't have to rush. You can take, and of course you can look at your area before you really start looting everything. You can see clearly, so the spider and other mutants won't be any problem. And if you get into any PvP situation, you're going to sit with a major advantage because of the fact that you're not rushed. So if you guys are in two spots where you basically just using suppression fire, then the one guy's going to have to get out of cover, especially in the third person perspective. If you and another person is fighting in a radiation zone and both of you have got cover with third person, if you have got the radiation suit, then of course at least your head will be protected as much as possible. You must just cover your body as much as you can. But again, because you're in third person, you will be able to see that guy get out of cover, because he has to get out of the radiation where you can sit there for an infinite amount of time, depending on how much potassium you've got with you. So yes, guys, I hope this helped. And if you like this video, press the like button. And if you're new, click the subscribe button. And as always, have fun, guys.